Welcome back, Locked On NHL. Shout out to the everydayers making us your first listen each and every day on the Locked On Podcast Network. We've got local experts on the biggest stories 5 days a week. Mike, I'm not even gassing this take. I truly mean it. What are the odds that Kyle Dubas signs Mitch Marner in Pittsburgh?
Oh, man. That would be...
He would.
Jeez. Do they have the space? Like, do they have...
Yep. Oh, yeah.
They've got the cap space to do something like that?
They can do it.
That would be interesting.
Penguins have $23 million in cap space, and the only free agents that they have right now are Philip Tomasino, Connor Dewar, Matt Nieto, bunch of minor league 2A guys, and Matt Grzelcyk. That's it.
Wow. Yeah, I would consider that to be an option then.
Yep.
For sure. I mean, Dubas knows what he can do.
Didn't he say he would bet his job on the core four?
Oh, yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Which obviously he did, and they failed, which cost him his job. Ultimately,
you brought up Four Nations.
Exactly. That's what I mean. And to your point too, where it's like, he can go somewhere where he's not the guy. Maybe that's when he can come through. I mean, Crosby's the guy, right? Like Crosby's the one who's going to have to answer to the media, even Malkin, Letang. Like there's just, such an insulated core there where Mitch Marner wouldn't necessarily have to be the guy or anything like that. Eventually he will, right? Though that's the thing. He'll be part of this retool and try and help bring them back to the playoffs. But then he will have to be the guy. And I mean, Marner, that's an interesting one. I hadn't thought about that, but I know that he did grow up. Big fan of Sid. To be able to play with him on a nightly basis, maybe try and win a couple of them. A quick retool for Pittsburgh here. That's a very interesting team.
And not only that, my final thought on being Pittsburgh is that a lot of their higher salary guys, especially look at Evgeny Malkin, is $6.1 million. He's going into the final year of that contract. Kevin Hayes is at 3.5 for a final year. He'll obviously be off the books.
Letang will be done soon.
Letang has 3 more years after.
He signed 5 years.
Yeah. Carlson has 2 more years at 10. So obviously Marner's getting a 7-year deal if he leaves Toronto, but they could be able to not be cap struck or stuck after a year or two of him, right? So yeah. I'm looking at Pittsburgh. Like if I was putting FanDuel betting odds on this, Pittsburgh would be my favorite to land Mitch Marner.
That's an interesting name. That's an interesting team for sure. Chicago's kind of the first one that comes to mind. For me.
I know he's turned down, I believe, you correct me if I'm wrong, but going to Columbus before, but that to me seems like a fit on ice.
There was a report that Columbus was willing to offer sheet Marner, and he said he wouldn't. He probably wouldn't accept it. But again,
and that was new management there now too. So
yeah. I mean,
but I do like the fit.
I'm sure they would if all things are equal and Marner said, "Yeah, I'll come here at this price," they probably would meet it. To be fair,
a lot of teams would. So we'll leave it at that for now.
You think he lost a little bit of money at all throughout this postseason though, or do you think he'll still be able to get top dollar? Like the number 14 is being thrown out there between 13 and 14. Did he lose money after this postseason, or do you think he'll still be able to get whatever because of the track record of him being so good and being a top 20 talent in the NHL?
Well, and not only that, but look at the wingers that are available right now. And I'm still of the mind. I know a lot of people throw out Sam Bennett's name, and this will kind of bring us into Florida right now. But the Panthers have enough space. Like they could pay Sam Bennett market value, and I think they could even potentially get him for less. But I'm more certain about anything in free agency that Sam Bennett is going to stay with the Panthers.
They could also pay Mitch Marner.
Wow, wouldn't that be something?
But
look, what I want to say about why Mitch Marner's not going to lose out on that money is that the only guy who's even in the same world, and even that is probably a stretch, is Nikolai Ehlers. Like there's not a big market for unrestricted free agent wingers this year. Ryan Donato, Brad Marchand, Brock Besser are probably the next best wingers in free agency, and no one even sniffs what Mitch Marner's put up on a consistent year-to-year basis. So I think he's going to be just fine. And in terms of points this past season of free agents, Matt Duchene is number 2 and John Tavares is number 3. Those guys are 34 years old. Mikael Granlund's 33. He had the 4th most points among forwards in this class at 66. It's not even close. Mitch Marner, because of that, there's going to be a bidding war, and he's going to make his money. But speaking of Sam Bennett, he scored last night, and the Florida Panthers got a beatdown win. I'm sure you guys have already listened to NHL Game Night on the Locked On NHL channel. If you haven't, go check that out.